Hello! Have you ever seen the fury of nature in real life? They only last a few seconds, but they destroy everything while leaving nothing but ruins. In this episode, you will see the most shocking moments of the wrath of nature caught on camera. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to not miss our next episodes. This earthquake of magnitude 6.8 was experienced by tourists during a boat trip on a river in Mexico. This video is scary to watch. It's impossible to imagine what people felt when they were caught by a hurricane that lifted heavy objects into the air on its way. This powerful flood in China carries away not only garbage cans and cars, but also houses. Drivers had to make their way through the mountain serpentine in extreme conditions, overcoming a snow landslide which completely paralyzed traffic. The frightening footage, like a scene from a movie about the end of the world, was filmed in Japan after the tsunamis of 2011, and this graveyard of planes and cars looks more like computer graphics than reality. What a shocking moment! And this giant landslide is slowly destroying the part of a city in Bolivia. Local residents were evacuated in time, and no one was injured. These firefighters realized that they were in a fire trap, and they are trying to make another rescue attempt. Fortunately, it turned out to be successful. Go. The author of the video was in the epicenter of a tornado in Texas in the USA. At the same time, he managed to remain calm.
That is completely crazy.
The rapidly moving avalanche got too close to this skiing resort in Italy. The absolutely fearless author of these shots filmed a shocking landslide that occurred in South America. This brave woman risked her life to save her beloved pet. She went to the house, which was rapidly filling with water. Fortunately, none of the heroes in this video were injured. The descent of the glacier in Iceland gathered a huge crowd of enthusiastic spectators. People witnessed flooded streets, garages, and basements. There are the consequences of a water bomb that brought a city in Italy to its knees. The Testine overflowed its banks, flooding the surrounding areas and creating great inconvenience for the residents of the city.
Whoa! This is incredible!
China has never seen a rockfall of such a scale. This phenomenon was triggered by a powerful earthquake in 2018. Travelers made a stop to admire a huge dust storm in the Australian outback. The surveillance camera recorded the beginning of the earthquake and the moment of the fall of the structure, which almost fell on motorists. Fortunately, no one was injured. And this surveillance camera in one of the stores in China captured the shelves collapsing from the strongest earthquakes. Fortunately, the workers managed to evacuate without any harm. In the north of Italy, the streets turned into an ocean with dozens of drowned cars. Tourists managed to capture a spectacular rockfall in the mountains of Switzerland. These shots were made in the USA, and they demonstrate an incredibly close encounter of parked cars with a rockfall. Fortunately, there were no people in the cars at that moment.
Ya, seguimos con todo, mira.
Before Thanksgiving, the USA was hit by an abnormal cold with heavy snowfall and a snowstorm. A powerful snowstorm covered the western part of New York State. In some places, more than 180 centimeters of snow fell. In the vicinity of the city of Buffalo, snowfalls were accompanied by winter thunderstorms. Have you ever seen something like this? Since the western borders of the state lie along the shores of Lake Erie and Ontario, this half of New York is too familiar with the snowstorms caused by the proximity of the lake. In September 2022, a strong earthquake occurred in the southeast of Taiwan. As a result, one train car derailed. On that day, there were more than 50 aftershocks. And these guys seem to be honing the rules of behavior during an earthquake every day. Brazil goes underwater after heavy torrential rains. People were evacuated from the roofs of their houses by rescue helicopters. Hundreds of thousands of local residents found themselves without a roof over their heads and were sent to temporary evacuation camps. This is incredible footage of the consequences of a severe flood that occurred in the west of Saudi Arabia in the city of Mecca. The cyclone hit the southern part of India in December 2022. It brought strong storms, gusty winds, and heavy rains. Hundreds of houses were damaged. Local authorities have set up about 200 evacuation camps for refugees. This video, uploaded to social networks, immediately went viral. A huge lava flow slowly approaches the car and turns into ashes in a few moments. This footage was shot in Hawaii. People living near a volcano know that it can explode at any moment. And this camera footage from a gym in China shows how the ceiling suddenly began to collapse after massive aftershocks. Fortunately, no one was injured. And this is what a hurricane with a red danger level looks like. This cyclone swept through several European countries at once. According to the Meteorological Service, the wind reached the speed of 150 kilometers per hour. This video demonstrates how destructive waves can be. Perhaps nature reminds us that we are just guests on this planet. I hope you liked this video. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share your impressions in the comments below. See you in the next episode.